Yo, what's up, everyone? It's the Counter Right, and today we gotta talk. Big polling dropped. A new poll just came out showing Donald Trump is at his lowest approval ratings of his entire second term. And trust me, when you see the numbers, you'll understand why this matters, not just for him, but for all of us heading into the midterms. So sit tight, let's break it down. According to a recent Gallup poll conducted November 3rd to 25th, 2025, Trump's overall approval rating dropped to 36%, the lowest of his second term so far. Meanwhile, disapproval hit 60%. Just a few months ago, his approval was holding around 40 to 41%. And it's not just general voters, the slump hits both Republicans and independents. Among Republicans, approval dropped by 7 points to 84%. Among independents, it fell 8 points to just 25%, the worst level for independents at any point during his two terms. On the flip side, Democrats' approval remains in the low single digits, 3%, meaning for a lot of folks outside the GOP base, Trump is losing ground fast.
We just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let them in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person.
It gets more telling when you look at how people feel about what he's actually done. Gallup didn't just ask, "Do you approve of Trump?" They asked about his performance across major issues. On crime, 43% approval. That's slightly above his overall rating. On foreign affairs, 41%. On foreign trade, 39%. On immigration, 37%. But issues like the economy, 36%. Healthcare, 30%. Federal budget deficit, 31%. Ukraine, 31%. And the Middle East situation, 33%, are all at or below his general approval. That tells me something important. Even where he used to claim strength, voters are rethinking it. Areas like immigration or trade where he might have had support are now sliding. And on core issues like healthcare, the economy, or budget, people aren't buying what he's selling anymore.
A wave of disappointment. One of President Donald Trump's most loyal voting blocs, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. Now speaking out in Miami, a Republican stronghold, as the recent wave of deportations hits home and the Trump administration moved to end temporary legal status, or TPS, for more than 500,000 people who arrived during the Biden administration. Elena Conde says she came here from Cuba on humanitarian parole in 2023. Her husband, Ariel Lara, crossed the border with Mexico twice, once in 2019 when he was detained and deported, and then again in 2022. 6 weeks ago, he was taken into custody at his residency hearing.
So he was given an appointment to go to ICE. You told him before he left for that appointment, you don't have anything to worry about. You haven't done anything.
Instead, he was transferred to Texas, where we spoke to him from his detention center.
Ariel, ¿qué piensas sobre lo que está pasando ahora en este país, en este momento con respecto a las deportaciones? How do you feel about everything that's happening right now in this country with the deportations? You don't understand how this could happen. ¿Qué pensaba que iba a pasar cuando ganó Trump? What did you think was going to happen when Trump won? You're saying you believed the president when he said he was going to deport criminals.
Now, Elena is left behind with her daughter, 7-month-old son, and Ariel's 70-year-old grandmother, who has been a U.S. citizen for years. Together, facing a reality they never imagined.
With Trump's numbers dropping, the momentum has been swinging toward Democrats' candidates in the 2026 midterms. If independent voters stay turned off with Trump and the Republicans, that could shift control of Congress. That could be major for policies involving civil rights, healthcare, immigration, voting protections, you name it. It also means people are more likely to demand accountability. When disapproval hits 60%, politicians who side with Trump might think twice about blind support, especially if re-election is on the line. And for the Black community, working class folks, immigrants, LGBTQ+ folks, and others historically marginalized, this could signal an opening, a chance to push for new priorities rather than old power structures. If enough people feel let down, it could shake up the political landscape in a meaningful way. But here's the catch. Low approval is opportunity only if people act on it. Voting, activism, organizing, these all matter. Polls are a mirror. What changes the country is real action.
President Trump has long had an ironclad grip on his party, but this week showed some real cracks and raising some larger questions for the president as Republicans begin to worry about their own political fortunes, not his. The GOP revolt demanding the release of the Epstein files and effectively backing the president into a corner was the most dramatic example of that. Yet his ability to strike fear into wobbly Republicans is still stronger than ever. His zero tolerance for any dissent set the stage for the stunning and abrupt resignation of his one-time MAGA loyalist, Marjorie Taylor Greene. But how long will most Republicans continue to toe the line, given that Trump is facing some of the worst poll numbers of his time in office? Yet overnight, Trump continued to press a feud with Democrats that have left many in his party uncomfortable, as he renews demands for 6 Democrats to be jailed for urging members of the military to disobey unlawful orders.
All right, so stepping back from the numbers, here's what we're looking at. A president with a 36% approval rating isn't just unpopular, it signals a shift. It means people across the political spectrum are frustrated, questioning leadership, and rethinking whether the direction we're headed makes sense. But here's the thing, polls don't create change, people do. A dip in approval isn't the finish line, it's the opening, a chance for better ideas, better leadership, and better priorities to break through, but none of that happens automatically. It happens when people speak up, stay engaged, and refuse to check out. So if you're watching this and thinking, yeah, something needs to change, don't let that thought stop at the screen. Talk about it, vote, get involved where you can, because politics isn't just something happening in DC, it's happening in your city, your school board, your community. That's where we're at. Drop a comment with your take and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next one.